Welcome to Be Uplifted. I would like to share a teaching that I did a couple of weeks ago with the men in our church. I hope it encourages you and lifts you up. It was only recorded in audio, so I'll put a few pictures that is relevant. Hope you enjoy it. May God bless you. Thank you for watching. Be Uplifted. If you want to be honest with yourself, have you ever felt like God wasn't there for you?
What? Say again?
If you want to be honest with yourself, I don't need a show of hands. Have you ever felt like God wasn't there for you? Or maybe thought that He let you down? Now we might see that maybe something didn't happen on our time. Throughout, even before we became Christians or through any part of our adult life, through work, home, family, kids, friends, or just our own personal goals in anything. When you thought something should go a certain way and you just knew it was from God and it didn't happen that way.
Yeah.
So then we question, why did you let this happen? Or why did you not let this happen? So this evening, I just want to share something about one person that we know of in the Bible. And I know we've heard these scriptures that I'm going to share with y'all. But keep an open mind. I never heard something like this in that aspect. I was listening to the radio one day and I heard these scriptures. And something else when I said, wow, I never thought of it from that perspective. So this one person who acted one way when he was in Jesus' presence and another way when he thought he wasn't. And things happened throughout in his life at that time that you may think or he might think, why did it go that way? Of course, you know we're talking about Peter. You've always heard that Peter is always putting his foot in his mouth because of something he said or reacted too fast. Well, we're going to put ourselves in those situations. All the time. Absolutely. And I could attest to that because mine tells me that too. Not about you, about me. Yeah. But have you ever, one time or another, just ever doubted that Jesus was there for you? Or maybe He didn't care about what was going on in your life at the time? To you, it's something magnificent, something very important. But we're thinking, why? Why not? Why? What if? What? You know what? And then we have such a disappointment or heartbreak, and maybe thinking, why wouldn't I get that promotion? What is it that? And I'm speaking from me. Why wouldn't I get that? There's no issue. There's no reason not to. But obviously, he sees something that I don't, or saw something that I don't. So I want to talk about in Matthew 14, 25 to 30. Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them, walking the lake. When his disciples saw him walking, and they were terrified, "It's a ghost," they said, and cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, "Take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid." "Well, Lord, if it's you," Peter replied, "tell me to come to you out on the water." "Come," he says. Then Peter got out of the boat and he walked on water and came toward Jesus. But when he saw the wind, and he was very afraid and began to sink. He cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. "You of little faith," he said, "why did you doubt?" What made him turn his eyes? When he said, Lord, if it's you, tell me to go. What made him turn his eyes to something else that caused him to sink? John 18. Then Simon Peter, who had a sword, drew it and struck the high priest's servant, cutting off his right ear. That servant's name was Malchus. Jesus commanded Peter, put down your sword away. Shall I not drink the cup of the Father that was given to me? Now remember, Peter did say, I'll fight for you. And in Luke 22, and when they had kindled a fire in the middle of the courtyard, they sat down together. Peter sat down among them. Then the servant said, this man was also with him. But he denied it, saying, who? I don't know him. And a little while later, someone else saw him and said, you are also one of them. But Peter said, man, not me. I am not him. And after about an interval of an hour, still another one insisted, certainly this man was also with him, for he too is a Galilean. But Peter said, man, I do not know who you're talking about. And immediately, while he was still speaking, a rooster crowed. And the Lord turned him and looked at Peter, and Peter immediately remembered that he said that he would deny him before the rooster crowed 3 times. Then Peter went out and he wept bitterly. Talk about a humbling experience when you would see that, huh? Have you ever been driving anywhere in the early morning and all of a sudden you can't see nothing because there's a bunch of fog just piles up on you or comes across and you can't see nothing in front of you? It changes your situation, doesn't it? What do you do? Or what have you done? Some people slam on their brakes. Some people just pull over. Some people just grab the steering wheel with both hands.
Open your eyes real wide.
Open, yeah. And all kind of different precautions. Some people turn the radio off and just so they can stare and not hear nothing, like the fog makes noise. But anyway, but you try to be in strict eye focus because you don't know what's in front of you. Now you know the road's still there, even if you've traveled on it before, but all of a sudden you can't see it. So then you doubt it. You doubt, where is it at? Is there a curve coming up? Is someone in front of me? Or is someone not? How do you react to that? How have you reacted to that? So as the sun rises, day breaks, the fog, it goes away. What got rid of the fog?
The sun.
The sun.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. Now the sun was always there coming up in the morning, but you couldn't see it because something's in the way. You never doubted the sun's there because you know it comes up in the morning. You know the sun's there in the back of your mind. You can't see it, so you don't think about it. All you focus on is what's right there in front of you that you can't see. It's a horrifying experience when you can see nothing. I mean, nothing in front of you. You can't see the future. So you don't know how to react. You don't know how to handle it. When Peter walked on the water, the Son was there. Jesus was there. He told him to come. But something happened, and he got his eyes off of him. Something got in his way of vision. And he fell. Son's there. He knew Jesus was there because he called him. But in the midst of Jesus still being there, he still sung. Or began to sing. Until he called out to him again. When Peter was in the garden, the Son was there. But with all the chaos and the commotion going on, he just reacted. He tried to do something on his own, not thinking Jesus had it under control. Because didn't he tell him, can I not go into this cup that my Father has given me? But yet, Jesus needed help. So he decided to help him. He did a reaction. When Peter was confronted about being a Jesus or being a follower of Jesus, he didn't know him. In fact, he said it 3 times he didn't know him. Even though Jesus told him, what, 6 hours before that, you're going to do it? Nah, I'm going to fight to the death for you. But how he reacted when Jesus was there and everything was calm, and then the situation escalated, that he thought he had to help. But then when Jesus got arrested and he couldn't see him no more, he denied that he even knew him. Even though Jesus was still right there in the same place that he was arrested. Because what? In this scripture here, it says Jesus turned and looked at him after he denied it the 3rd time. So he was there. All 3 times that this took place for this person, he reacted because he couldn't see the Son. How many times do we do that when Jesus is there the whole time? He said he would never leave us, never forsake us. And we know this. But when the situations arises, do we forget it? Or do we think, well, maybe we could just help it out a little bit? Then if it doesn't go our way, we feel like we was let down. I could speak from experience on stuff like that all the time. And when I sit back and think about it, in some cases, well, it's just the way I reacted that it caused something to be different than it could have been. Or I reacted too quickly because I wanted a microwave answer and not a Jesus answer. The whole point of this is Jesus said he'd never leave us, and he doesn't. He won't. All he says is to call out to him. When things don't go our way, just to call up on him. And he will reach out his hand and pull us back up. As he did in all these 3 situations. It's just a matter of taking our focus on what's in front of us. Instead, look how many things going on in your normal everyday life. We know Jesus is there. We know the road's there. But when we can't see the road because of all the fog, we tend to act differently than it would have been a clear sunny morning. Or when everything's going according to our plan, or my plan, everything's happy. Everything's hunky-dory. But if it doesn't go our way, It doesn't mean it wasn't the right way. It just wasn't our way. What I've come to learn in the past is Jesus has a plan for me. He has one for you. Sometimes we alter it and we have to go back around the mountain again to get back on track. And I'm like, well, why didn't I get this promotion? Or why did it work that way? Because of this stupid choice I made here. Put a wrench in it, so now I have to start over and go back and start from the beginning till I get my mind right.
Yep. Been there, done that.
In all these scenarios, Jesus never left Peter. We can read the story and we know it. At the time, Peter didn't know it. Peter knew that Jesus was the Messiah, as they said. But yet, when this came, he didn't say, okay, well, your time's come. Waiting for the third day for us to, you back with us. No, you can't leave us. This ain't going to work. I'm going to fight for you. He was brave when he was right there in the middle of it. But then after Jesus got arrested and he was no longer in his peripheral vision, he was scared for his own life. So he's like, I don't know who y'all talking about. Then he was quickly humbled to know, I told you these are things that are going to happen. And now you know. And now you know. So I'm going to leave you with this. Does our sight get us turned off when things get a little foggy? Or do we sometimes think Jesus forgot about us? He said he would. Questions, comments?